Quote of the day: if one does not know which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Good one. Chainlink, for your weekend update, let's take a look-see at the daily, then we'll zoom out to the weekly, look at bigger pictures, look at maybe resistance levels, at least initially. Let's see if we can get a record number of green daily candles out of Chainlink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 greens in a row. So initially, we had our move up. We had a little bit of sell-off. Let's zoom in here. A little bit of sell-off. The volume's at the bottom, as you can see, right? You want to see volume confirming your trend. Not that important, but it's nice to see, right? So we had initial sell-off at the 50-day EMA. You can see that. And then after we push above it, you see all the buyers step in with the lower wicks, right? So we're still pushing higher. The next, resistance point based on the charts is looking like the 100-day EMA. That is, as of right now, 662. So watch that. Over the weekend, next couple days. Let's zoom down a little bit first and look at the shorter time frames. Just over the next 24 48 hours, you need to be maybe looking at the hourly chart. If you're super into Link, you want to look for potential rollover spots. So obviously Bitcoin's going to play a big role in that. Bitcoin now over 19.4 if you haven't been watching. But so if you watch any kind of altcoin, you want to watch your moving averages. If you start to close below these shorter time frames, the 8 right here, right? See how we started closing here? And then you start closing below the 14, right? That just spells like you're tripping a little bit on the ice skating rink. I don't know why ice skating, but there we go. And then you can get these like kind of short-term moves, and you want to watch for recoveries, right? That's a hell of a recovery on the hourly chart. But that's just shorter time frames, what to watch for. Watch for, that step one, closing below moving averages. Not as important as, putting in lower lows. That's where you really look for the confirmation. So on the lower lows, right, you're looking right here for our first one, right? 625-ish, right? If you give that away, you got to look for your next low, kind of right in that area for closing. If you want to look at closing prices, just put on your line chart, right? That only looks at closes, no wicks. Right, so those, you want to look for lower lows, and that will indicate, right, a start of a trend reversal on whatever time frame you're looking at, right? That's the hourly, so just looking for the next 24 hours or so. Now let's go out to the biggest chart, or one of the biggest charts, right, the weekly, and see anything else that we might spot here. So looking at this chart, right, the elephant in the room, the 21-week AMA, the yellow line, we have not closed above it in over a year. All of 2022, we did not close above said yellow line, the 21-week EMA. We tried back in October, right? We made some attempts to get to it, and to no avail. So that number, right at $7 as of right now. It's trying to flatten out here, certainly going to flatten out, and maybe even start rising if prices continue. But we're still kind of fighting the 8. We're in the 14. The 21 is really the line in the sand for a lot of altcoins, not just Chainlink, to start to flip more bullish. So watch for that over the week. If we can get above, the daily, that 6, whatever the hell I said number, 662, right? If we get above that on the daily, then zoom out to the weekly. That's your next spot to be watching for resistance. If we can somehow manage to close a weekly candle, it'd be great if it was this one, above, $7, the 21 week. That's not enough, right? That's a good first step to, calling the bulls out. But the bigger step would be to hold it as support. How are we going to do that? Well, you're going to have to, step 1, close above it. Step 2, get another weekly close above it, right? So even if we wick up here and then come back down, hold it, right? Look, mind my Picasso drawings. And then you want to kind of build off of that and kind of work your way up. That would be a sign that the bears are going extinct and the bulls are forming, brass balls. So that's what we're looking for a lot of altcoins, Chainlink included. Some alts are starting to explode. Some of the finance coins, Curve, Sphere, starting to blow up. Mana, look at Mana, 20 up 21%. I mean, massive moves on the daily chart out of some of these, right? Let's look at it. Look at Mana. Tell me how you say it. Potato. Mana, Sphere, Curve, those look like the biggest performers. You got any more that you want to see covered? Leave me a comment below. If you want just Chainlink videos, that's fine as well. I love Chainlink as well. Why would I buy the sign? All right, so that's kind of wrap it up for the weekend. Let's see what else. Car of the day. You got quote of the day? How about car of the day? Ferrari F430. Yes, please. Why not? A little bit older of a Ferrari, but still looking pretty stellar if I say so myself. There's the front. There's the rear. See the engine. See the engine. Be the engine. Rev the engine. Fly. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good weekend. And that's it.